I do not encourage nor condone any of the actions performed or products shown in this video. All of the videos are produced in a safe and controlled environment. Do not attempt to replicate any of the actions performed during this video.
Hello beautiful people from the internet, it is Connie over here. Welcome back to another video. This is the first time I'm speaking today, so if my voice sounds weird, that's why. Well, the other day I made a video in which I smoked herbs out of a glass pipe, which was very interesting, something I hadn't done before. But a lot of people asked me in the comments, well, what would happen if you would just roll those same herbs into a cigarette and smoke them? Would that solve your problem of having too much harshness in the back of your throat? Because there's no filter in glass pipe. And with rolling my own herbs, I can add a filter. Little sneak peek of my horribly rolled little mini Herbal cigarette. Well, today that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. What I used was the Uplift blend by Herbal. I talked about them in my previous video about all of this, so you can go check it out. It's called Cigarette Smoker Try Smoking Herbs for the First Time. It rolls out of the tongue quite nice, you can't deny. And so I used those same herbs. I used Smoking Deluxe papers just in a medium size, and then I just used any normal filter, and I created this monstrosity. Why am I still holding the glass pipe? And I created this monstrosity, but not just one, I made two of them. So why did I make two of them? Well, because I don't know if they're going to be smoking too fast or too slow. Imagine I take one drag and it just is the end of the cigarette there. I would like to have a little bit more of a smoking experience for myself. So that's right, I made two of them. They are rolled with the exact same blend, which is the Uplift blend. As you can see, it looks like I rolled some oregano, but it's actually a combination of many other plants, such as skullcap, lavender, hops, mullein, and blue cornflower petals. So there you go, that's exactly what is inside of this little guy. Will these solve the problem of the harshness at the back of my throat that I felt when I was smoking them through the glass pipe? Maybe. There's a filter now, so I would hope that would make at least some of a difference, but we'll never know until we try. So let's go. Alright, wow. It smells so much like incense. It's so strange to light up a smoking thing and having it not smell like tobacco at all, not CBD at all, which also has a very distinct flavor and scent. I meant to say scent, but flavor came out first, so yeah, I had to adjust my sentence. This just smells like burnt flowers. You know those little things, incense. Yeah, incense, exactly. It just smells like incense. That's my accurate description of what this smells like. Now let's see how it tastes like. I will say it's way easier to get a taste of it here than it was with the glass pipe. I don't know why. Maybe I'm conditioned to think that rolling herbs into a cigarette format makes the whole experience feel better than having it on a glass pipe. I don't know, but I can taste it better, and it tastes so much like flowers, burnt flowers, which is exactly what it is, so it makes sense. I'm astonished at the fact that I didn't have to relight it once again to be able to take another hit, because as I was saying with the glass pipe, I took a hit, I had to relight it. I took a hit, I had to relight it. It's a whole song. But this time, not really. It seems that I can just take more hits, and as I take the hits, probably the herbs keep pulling the flame, or I keep pulling the flame that goes through the herbs and they keep burning. I don't know, but that seems about correct to me. It has a lot of smoke, and it still has a little bit of harshness at the back of the throat, which I was kind of expecting, but I would say it's way less than it was when I didn't have a filter, aka when I smoked with the glass pipe, you know? Because this time I did insert a filter at the back of the fella to hopefully make it a little bit less rough, and I think it is working quite nicely. You know what? If this experience was a solid 8.5 out of 10 before, it might go up to a solid 9.5 out of 10 now. Really interesting. Now this is the Uplift blend, so I'm expecting to feel not tired after smoking it, not mellow, but maybe a sort of happy, energetic feeling. maybe. I don't know. I'll tell you after. Maybe I'll roll a cigarette with the sleepy blend later to see how it feels, but I don't want to make any promises I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep. What I want to do though is try to do some tricks, aka practice the ghost inhale. Yes, it has been 4 years and I still cannot get the ghost inhale perfectly. Sue me. What can I do? I'm just not talented at it, you know, but I keep trying, and that's the characteristic that you should value in me. I am determined to get it right, and I will. I am going to blame the fact that I do have an air current going inside of my car, and I am going to try it again now with my windows closed, okay? I feel like this will be the ghost inhale of my life. I would rather not talk about it, honestly. You know what I should have brought? I should have brought some water because it is still feeling a little bit rough in the back of my throat. I will have to put the rating from a 9.5 down to a 9 just because it's just a little bit warm. It's just a little bit rough. My voice is a little bit affected, and so it could be more comfortable to smoke. Not unpleasant whatsoever. It's just a little warm for me, okay? See how I just deviated from the conversation of the ghost inhale so fast I couldn't even think of how bad what I just did was. Let's try a French inhale. I'm kind of good at those, hopefully. You know what? In some aspects of life we are good, and in some others we are not. We can either accept it or try for the rest of your lives to be good at it, and I cannot accept that I'm not good at doing ghost inhale, so I will try for the rest of my life to be good at it. But I don't know where I was trying to go with that lesson. It wasn't a lesson, it was just a bunch of words that came out of my mouth in a sequence that made it seem like it was a lesson, but it wasn't. I'm going to try the ghost inhale again though. I would like to believe that that was better, but maybe I would be deceiving myself in believing something like that, so I don't know. It is getting quite warm to smoke this little thing, so I'm going to hold it like a proper Mary J concoction. Final conclusions for this, you know what, I think it's fantastic that I don't have to keep lighting it every time I want to take a hit. I haven't had to relight it once. What more do I want from a smoking experience? I actually know. I would love for it to be a little bit less rough. I actually don't know what causes the roughness versus what doesn't cause the roughness in a cigarette like Chesterfield Blue, for example. I feel no roughness in the back of my throat. So what causes it in other smoking experiences, you know? I don't know. And for that reason, I don't know what could be done here to prevent the roughness, but still, it's solid 9 out of 10 experience. I feel like the flavors are just kind of immaculate. It's very different from anything I had ever tried before with any other smoking experience. It's legitimately just the taste of flowers, burnt flowers. It feels like such a warm hug. The flavor is what really differs the most from anything else that I had ever tried. And you know what? I'm really happy that I could have had an experience such as this one because it's very uncommon. It's unlike anything I had ever really seen before. And so, you know, I'm happy I tried to roll it. However, it is getting really way too hot to be able to hold in my hand. And so, final conclusions for this as of now, I would say fantastic. I don't know why, but I was expecting it to be a lot less cool, in the sense that I would like it less. Not that it is cool in the sense of like fashionably cool or anything like that. It's more like, well, whatever. Hello there guys, do you think that was the last you were going to see of me? No, I must come back and haunt you for around 10 minutes more if you allow me that time, or a little bit less if you get bored halfway through. I don't blame you. Anyway, today I'm trying the other blend, which is a sleepy blend, which has a lot of notes of basil, and I love basil. Well, not notes, I guess it has basil plant inside. And also I've been blessed, it is raining. What a beautiful day it is to be outside. So you know what? Let's try this one, see if I like it even more. If I like it. That's how I'm going to say it from now on. Deal with it. Now look, I have all of my plants inside of the little thing. Wait, I need to cover my face because my camera always focuses on me. There you go. And now let's light it up and see how it feels like. Today I thought to myself, if there's one thing I cannot forget is to bring some water, because yesterday I did have a little bit of roughness in the back of my throat due to smoking without drinking water. And guess what I forgot? I forgot to bring water again. So, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. Can't do much about it. Well, I guess I could go back home, but... Now, I feel a couple of things. I do feel the warmth that I don't love all that much, but honestly still better than the glass pipe. So I would say if I keep smoking these blends, it would probably be... There's a big truck coming, sorry, I was not expecting that. It's actually very well sized, incredible truck. Alright, if I keep smoking these blends, it's probably going to be rolled into cigarettes. Because that's just been what has been feeling the best. Wait, there's another massive truck. Where are all of these trucks coming from? This is quite fantastic. Can you hear them? The smoke on this blend feels a lot bigger. I don't know if you just saw the massive cloud of smoke I just blew, but that was incredible, I would say. Probably very good to do tricks. I don't know if I can because it is raining quite a little bit, but I do want to try. I tried to do a French inhale, I guess, but there's no way the smoke is coming up from my nose because the air current is dragging it around elsewhere first. Today is quite a calm morning, but the adventures of the trucks are making it a little bit more eventful, which is kind of interesting to see. I'm getting a little bit lost in the action, which is happening over there. There's two trucks that are talking to each other like, hey, I need to pass through there. You're taking the whole road. And then the other guy's like, but I need to drop some things at the cafe. So it's like, guys, just talk it out. Just talk it out, honestly. Now, would I say, with a significant degree of confidence, that I enjoy this better rolled into a cigarette? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. That would be very fair to say. The glass pipe is cool, but it has a couple of problems. See that the truck driver is honking to the other one like he can do something about it. I mean, he has to drop some things by the cafe. What can the guy do, you know? Anyway, the glass pipe, you just have to keep relighting it, which is a little bit annoying, at least for me. And also, it just feels a lot more rough at the back of the throat. And so, I would say this one is the better option for me. I'm glad I tried it. I'm glad someone in the comments suggested it. I don't know if I would have thought of it myself. Probably I would have. Probably I would have. It could have taken me a little bit longer, but I probably would have gotten there. I don't know. We never know, because now we live in the reality where someone in the comments said that I should try it, so I will not be able to see what it would have happened if no one told me and I had to figure it out by myself. The amount of smoke in this is almost concerningly large. I don't know why it is producing so much smoke. It has a filter. I rolled it exactly the same way I rolled it yesterday, but it gives a lot of smoke, which is actually quite nice. This is the sleepy blend, as I was saying in the beginning, so I don't know if I will be feeling a sort of relaxation that's different from the relaxation I would usually get from just sitting here in the rain, which, I mean, what a fantastic place to be at. And there's a little bit of sun, so it's not like it's a very dark day. There's definitely sun peeking through. I mean, you can see it on my face, but there's also drops of rain. What a blessing. What did I do to deserve this? I don't know, but I'm so happy to be here. The amount of smoke is so much larger than what I was getting yesterday. I wonder if I packed more herbs into it. I was trying to pack it quite a lot when I rolled it with the machine today. So maybe there's just a lot of herbs that it is burning every time I take a hit. I don't know what it is. I'm not complaining either. The flavors are really nice. Very, very strong and rich on basil. I love basil. When I do have my own herb garden, the first herb that I'm going to get is basil, because I put basil in everything. You think there's a food that doesn't go well with basil? I'm putting basil in it. It's my muse. I love it. It carries me through the day and all of my meals. feel like I'm gonna put it out at about this point, because more than this and I would have burned my finger while trying to smoke it. But my final conclusions, I would say, very nice smoking experience at the end of the day. I wish I could find a way to fix the roughness at the back of the throat, that warmth at the back of the throat, and I don't know exactly what I could do to prevent or alleviate that. Maybe drinking water would help, honestly. That's my fault that I forgot it once again. All in all, I really enjoyed the flavors. I really enjoyed the experience itself of sitting down, smoking something that doesn't give me a buzz, but still gives me that smoking experience, that ritual of smoking. I really enjoyed it, and I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. I feel like my rating from yesterday still stands, and I agree with it, and that's what I'm giving to the whole experience. So I enjoyed it better than just smoking the herbs with a glass pipe, and if I keep smoking them from now on, which I will, because I have the packs of course, I will be rolling them into little herbal smokes and smoking them that way. So hey, I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you all very soon. Sooner than you might expect, or maybe not. Maybe you're expecting to see me tomorrow. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Who knows what goes inside of this little mind if I want to post 2 videos in a row. I'm rambling. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you all very soon, alright? Bye!